Nerd Soul.
Oh, that's right. Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go because we got a What If trailer, y'all. Season 2. It is finally here. Well, kind of here. We got to wait till next month, but we actually got to look at what might be, or I guess what is, little clips of what is and will be going on. So, do you like it? How you feeling about this? Are you looking at these visions of the multiverse and saying, "Hey man, I like this," or you saying, "Man, look, I didn't like the first season, I don't like this." Now, for me, I was generally positive on the first season. There were a couple of episodes that I didn't dig, but by and large, I thought it was a great concept. I loved the way it looked. I had a lot of fun watching it. I thought there were a whole bunch of cool little one-off stories, similar to the actual What If comics, and having it tie into the actual MCU, I think is cool too. I think we should continue on this kind of everything matters approach. Even if it matters in a small way, everything matters. And I think in Phase 5, we've been getting a lot of that. Quantumania, even though I thought the movie was just kind of like okay, they definitely let you know that this matters in the rest of the multiverse. Guardians of the Galaxy, it shows you that this matters in the rest of the multiverse. It gives you an idea, especially through Rocket and his creation and his, I guess, quote, purpose. You get an idea that there's a larger, broader context coming for what it means for him. And then in the Marvels, you get to see more interconnectivity, other people playing in, and like, oh, okay, so these people aren't just siloed to a thing. There's other people that know them, and they know those people, and they interact with one another. So take that along with Loki that just ended. We do have a lot of good things coming where it's like, okay, cool, word. So I see that we have a kind of like a what seems to be a plan going on right now. So what I'll do is give you my thoughts. We'll run through a couple of comments too on the video and see what we think. So for me, when we open up, I love the idea of hearing from what it says, T'Chaka and Dr. Wendy Lawson and Hank Pym. So we're getting a whole bunch of older Avengers in this other universe. And we see this little kid. He apparently has, I don't know if you would say telekinetic powers, because he also makes this thing explode, but it is cool to see that, all right, so we're looking at another team and another where or when, and seeing how they come forward. And we see them all standing together, which I think is also cool too. And when you see that team to come together, you hear the Watcher say, "I don't normally do sequels," or "I don't do sequels normally." But then saying that the multiverse has gotten twisted. So but things have gotten a little twisted in the multiverse. And I think it makes sense to do this way because now we've had multiverse madness. And due to that multiverse of madness, we now know that the world that Spider-Verse is in matters. So if we look at the multiverse as a whole, Into the Spider-Verse has happened. That was crazy. Then Multiverse of Madness happened. That was also some crazy stuff that happened. Now we've had the Loki stuff and the Quantumania stuff. So as the Watcher being like, yo, hey, there's a lot of people messing around with the multiverse. Even the Council of Kangs, you get them and they're like, yo, they have begun to touch the multiverse. So I can understand, like, the Watcher is like, imagine it's like the store manager. You know what I'm saying? He's walking out on the floor. He looks around. He's like, whoa, what's going on? We got customers over here. They ain't been helped. Somebody done dropped something over there. There's a spill on aisle 12. Like, yo, we got to get this back organized. So I can understand him saying, like, I don't normally do this, but things is wilding and y'all is wilding. I got to get some order back in. I got to see what I can do. So I do like that. And on top of that, we also get these other story notes because in the first season, everything kind of came together as a whole. And we see him saying in the multiverse things got twisted. And we see Gamora. We see Iron Man. We see Valkyrie. And they're in this kind of like death race kind of world or whatever. But you also see the old Avengers team side. So I am interested to see how they bring these all together, especially when we see a Thor with T'Chaka that doesn't look like the party Thor. And don't get me wrong, look, I got respect for Party Thor. I'm sure you love Party Thor too. That's great. But Party Thor wasn't really my cup of tea at the time that he came in, because I thought that it was time for him to shave up, straighten up, and fly right, if you will, because there was some serious stuff happening. But seeing what seems to be maybe ego, also with Thor seemingly, because it depends on how it's cut, seemingly throwing his hammer at him, this could be a lot of fun. Like, this could be a whole lot of fun and super cool for what we're going to be getting into in this season. And with that said, in this season, a thing that I love already is that this is going to be a 9 episode event over 9 days. So we ain't gonna have to wait week to week, y'all. We ain't gonna have to wait week to week. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna have to wait, you know what I'm saying? Like Jujutsu Kaisen be having us dying out here. You know what I'm saying? You be like, bruh, Sukuna came through. I want to see what's gonna happen next. They be like, we'll see y'all next week, dog. Nah, we gonna get every day brand new drops. And I mean, holla at me, DM me, comment down below how you want me to cover it. Do you want me to wait till it's all over? Do you want me to cover it day to day, maybe every other day, something like that? Let me know. Plus, it'll be close to the holidays. You know, the little guy has his birthday stuff, so I don't know how I'll be able to cover it, but let me know. We'll see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? I try to accommodate from here to there. But we also have a look at what seems to be maybe Shang-Chi in another universe. We get to see a very interesting take, what seems to be a take on the Ten Rings and their attack on, it seems to be a new version of Odin, which I am definitely prepped for. He walks through this, I guess, this portal or whatever. Homie looks straight up kingly. He got the helmet. He got the staff. I'm ready. I don't know what he bringing, but whatever he bringing is going to be the pain. You know what I'm saying? So I like that too. Also, it seems that we get a replay of Thanos and Captain America too, which is awesome in this context. And the reason I think this is so awesome, the reason I'm so hyped for What If, is because just like back in the days, or back in my days, I don't know how y'all, Uncle NERDSoul gonna break it down to you. I used to go up to the little store, had the little comic shop, or the grocery store, and you would get these What If comics. And now seeing that we can kind of play these out and also play them over and over if you got Disney Plus, or maybe you're getting it by other means, I ain't gonna say nothing, but we can watch these over and over and just kind of enjoy these little worlds, and we don't have to spend, say, a whole movie or spend a whole 5-season series in it. We can just see like a piece, a little sampling, if you will. And I've always dug What If comics back then, and I think it's cool that we get them now in a way where we don't have to spend like 3-4 seasons on just one team. We can see a couple of different teams or a couple of different people and kind of the lives they lead, and maybe they might dovetail into one another, but we don't have to dump a whole budget into the alternate Odin, or a whole budget into the alternate Avengers, or a whole, you can take it and spread it around and take these little bitty stories and kind of have some fun with them. And I think that's cool, especially seeing like a different take on the Hulk. Of course, seeing Hank Pym saying like the kids love him, and seeing what seems to be a fencing match with Hank Pym. Maybe, I don't. The gear is kind of interesting, so I don't know who that is that's fighting. But with Gamora, with Rocket and Groot, or what? I don't know if we see Groot. I did see Rocket, but homie is bossed up with mad gear. I mean, he had his little Hulkbuster arm on his own with a ill proton cannon or something. So seeing all of these different takes once again has me excited. And I will say that's something that I believe has been missing from this universe as a whole, is my excitement. I've been kind of like, just whelmed. But I want to be overwhelmed. And I think I'm getting back to the overwhelmed, like seeing Loki end. I'm one of the people that enjoyed the Marvels. I like the fact that we were able to have fun and, a little kid be able to come through and essentially take her first steps into the big leagues. And of course, I love the Miss Marvel show, so I enjoyed the movie. I dug how we brought it together, but I know it's a very divisive movie. I know why it's divisive, but we ain't got time for that. So back to this. Let me know, who is the character? Stephen Strange says I've been looking for you. And it's this young lady. She looks like she has traditional Native American garb on, and she looks like homegirl has some type of mystical skills. Now, of course, when it comes to Marvel, my knowledge is, as far as the comics, is limited to basically X-Men and a lot of their mainline story runs, aka Days of Future Past, see Apocalypse, stuff like that. So Age of Apocalypse, not Apocalypse the Man, but Age of Apocalypse, stuff like that, or like even up to the newer, Dawn of X, Powers of X kind of stuff. So when it comes to Avengers and other people, I'm a little fuzzy. So feel free to drop knowledge on me. I love when y'all drop knowledge on me and let me know in a respectful way. Don't come at me sideways because you get blocked, but. Let me know who this young lady is, or if she seems to be a brand new character. I'm assuming she's a legacy from somewhere, but she looks awesome. I love the face paint glowing stuff, and she looked like she boss, and I'm hoping she's a good guy. So we might need some help when it seems, especially how strong Odin is, because homie took on 2 people. One person seemed to have all 10 rings, and it didn't seem to affect him at all. And we don't really know the major overarching threat that the Watcher is talking about. Because remember, last time we had to deal with basically Ultron getting all the stones. And now we seem to have 2 Black Panthers. It seems like we have T'Chaka and we have another Killmonger Black Panther that doesn't seem to be the same Killmonger Black Panther seems to be the same Killmonger from last season. So I do like that as well. And seeing that we have a new person that can make tons of portals as people are falling, I guess she's able to use these portals to save people. It doesn't really show, but then we do get to see Thanos come through, and of course Thanos being a problem again and again. Now, of course, we know Thanos to a certain degree. This is, guys, like I said, my comic knowledge on Marvel is limited to X-Men mostly, but isn't Thanos essentially immortal? So ain't he always going to be a problem? And if he's always going to be a problem, should we kill him, or should we do like a thing where we just lock him in a big metal box or something that he can't get out of? I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know really the way to deal with Thanos outside of saying let's maybe quarter him, and I know that sounds mean, quarter him, and then lock all those pieces into a big plutonium plated mega canister that can't be broken out of. I don't know, man. Because you also got Uranus, who's his uncle or whatever. He crazy skilled. So I don't know. But they also seem like they don't really get along either. So whatever. But guys, when I say that, all that to say that we have a new look at Hela, we have a new look at these Avengers, we have a new look at Iron Man and this death race type of stuff. We got Gamora coming through, we got the Watcher, of course, saying things are getting twisted, Shang-Chi, a new look at Black Widow. I'm excited, man. The more animated content, the better, man. Of course, because animation is a medium, not a genre. Animation is for everyone, not just for kids. So I'm digging this, man. I like the way it looks. I like the style, the shell shading kind of quality to it. Even the Grandmaster kind of looking at the statue of himself and winking at it, and it winking back. I thought that was cool. I'm ready for it. Holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you down in them comments. Let's talk, of course, the Watcher. Let's talk the Avengers. Let's talk this crazy 9-episode event, and are you interested in it, or are you man, I ain't digging it at all? Until next time that you have to save the multiverse, this is from me to you, just saying peace.